Good morning students, welcome back to Java class. In today's class, I'll explain you a new topic called applets. Okay, so what is an applet, how to create an applet and how many types of applets we have, that today I'm going to explain you. And these are the key points today I will explain in this class. Okay, what is an applet, types of applets, how to create an applet and how to execute an applet. Okay, actually this is a fourth unit and a first chapter. Understood? So today I am explaining a topic from a fourth unit. It is very important. You will get one essay question and one short from this topic, and it is very easy. Okay, now I will explain what is an applet. See, it is a small Java program. What is an applet? It is a small Java program. Small Java program, and it is executed. It is a small Java program. It is executed on any Java enabled browser. Enabled browser. These 2 points you need to remember. It's very important. First thing is, applet is a Java program. Understood? What is an applet? Applet is a Java program. Why? Because here, first thing is Java, applet is a Java program. Like how we did the previous programs. No? In the same way, we'll do the applet program. So it is a Java program only. But where it is executing Java enabled browser, means whichever browser supports the Java software, on that browser your Java program is executed. Okay, so Java program is executed on the browser. So when it is executing on the browser, you can connect that program to the internet network. Okay, so that is a very important point. What is an applet? Applet is a Java program which is executed by the browser. Means you are connecting Java program with the web page. Means you can execute Java program with the enabled browser. Means it is a browser means what? It is a web page. So that you can connect your web pages to the internet. Understood? So here using a Java interpreter we are not executing a program. Using a browser we are executing. If browser is executing anything, what it means? It is displayed on the browser window. So it is displaying on the browser window means your Java program is connected with the web page. You can connect your program to the internet. That is a very important key point regarding applets. Okay. So applet is a Java program and it is executed by the browser. Understood? And these 2 points are very important. And one more point is very important is Java does not have applets does not have main method. Okay, like a public static void main is there, no? Public static void main. String asks. This is a main method. Program execution starts from a main method. But here applets does not support the main method. Instead of this main method, we have a paint method in the applet. Understood? One more important point is, in applets there is no main method. Understood? Applet program execution starts with the browser, not with the main method. Okay, so wherever you are writing an applet program, there you no need to write a main method. Understood? In the applet program, there is no main method. Understood? So this is a introduction to the applet. Applet is a Java program which is executed by the browser and it does not contain any main method. Now, the second one is types of applets. Types of applets. Okay, so there are 2 types of applets. One is a local applet and the second one is a remote applet. Okay, how many types of applets we have? Two types of applets we have. One is a local applet and the second one is a remote applet. Understood? Local applet means the applet, example, this is our system. In this system only, you have, wait, it is not visible, local applet. See, this is our system. Our Java program and our HTML program within our system only. It is not connected to internet. Then such applet, such type of applet is called as local applet. Okay, this is a Java program and this is a HTML program, or we can say that it is an applet. Okay, so applet is executed using a HTML, using a browser. We are including this Java program inside the HTML page, and this HTML page is executed by the browser. Understood? So, if these two files are in our system only, then that system is called, that type of applet is called as local applet. And the local applets are always executed client side only. We are the clients. Clients in our system only. We are the clients. In our system only, we will design the Java program, we will design the HTML program, we will execute in our system only, and the two programs are not connected to the internet. So such programs are called as local applets. Understood? Now, the next second one is remote applet. Remote applet. Understood? Remote applet. Example, this is our system, and here we have a applet program, here we have a HTML program, and our system is connected to the server. Okay, our system is connected to the server. Our system is connected to the server, and inside the server also one applet is there, and that is downloaded. That is downloaded. And example, these two applets also we are downloading, and you can execute that two programs in our system. Such type of applets are called as a remote applet. Here, if you don't have your applet also, no problem. You can download your applet from a remote system. You can download applets from a remote system. This type of applet is called as remote applet, which is not exist in our system, which we are downloading from a server. Okay, it is already there and executed. Just we are downloading and we are executing in our system. Then such type of applets are called as remote applet. Understood? If you are developing applet program in your system and your system is not connected to a server, your system is not connected to the internet, such applet is called as a local applet. If your system is connected to the server and you are downloading any applets from the server, then such applet is called as a remote applet. Okay, you need to remember only two things. If it is a local applet, that is there in our system, we designed in our system only. If it is a remote applet, it is not there in our system. We are downloading from somewhere else and we are executing in our system. Remote means somewhere. Okay, that is the difference between applets. Local applet, remote applet. Understood? Now, come to the third point. Creating an applet. Creating an applet. Okay, so when you are creating an applet, you need to follow different steps. Okay, first one is you need to create Java program. Java program. Okay, first have you created previously. In the same way, we will create one Java program that extends applet. Okay, now second one, save the Java file as file.java. I think you all know this. We did so many programs in the lab. Okay, now after this, compile the Java program. Compile the Java program as javac space file name dot java. I think you all know this. Okay, compile the Java program as file name dot java. See, when you compile the program, if there is no error in the program, then what happened? In the same location, example, you have saved your Java program in a C drive. In the same location, a class file will be generated. See, example here if I have given a.java. In the same location, example in the C drive, you will get a class file. So, if your class file is generated, what it means? There is no error in the program. Suppose if there is an error in the program, then back file will be generated. Understood? See, as usual, how you did the Java program. No? In the same way, you open the notepad, write the applet program, save the file, compile the program. I think you all know how to compile the program using the javac compiler. Using the javac means compiler will compile the program javac file name.java. So if there are errors, then a number of errors will be displayed. If there is no error, in the same location where you have created the Java file, in the same location, class file is generated. It is very, very, very important because when you add Java program inside the browser, this class file is mandatory. Okay, we'll take class file. Understood? So if there is no error in the Java program, which file will be generated? Class file. And that class file is very, very important. Understood? And after generating the class file, next, this is the third step, no? Fourth one. Again, open the notepad. You open notepad again. See here, if you are creating an applet, we need two files. One is a Java program and the second one is an HTML program. Because we need to add this guard class file inside HTML. Okay, now open the notepad. In the notepad, write the HTML code. Okay, HTML code, and inside the HTML code, in the body section, include the applet code, applet tag. Applet tag is very, very important, and using the applet tag only we can include applet program, means we can include Java program inside the HTML page. Open the notepad and write the HTML code. Inside the HTML code, one body section is there. Inside the body section, add the applet code. Okay, now inside the applet code, you add the class file. Okay, class file, whatever you have generated here, that you add there. Next, save the file. Save the file as file name dot html. This point you need to remember. Here first I have given file name dot java. Next here I am giving file name dot html. And this file I am adding inside the HTML. So which is a executable file now? HTML is a executable file. Now file name dot html. After saving, actually this is a process for creating a Java applet. Okay, so first Java program, open the notepad, write the Java program, and the program should extend the applet class. Okay, next save the file as file name dot java. Okay, after that compile the program javac file name dot java. So if there is no error, class file will be generated. Here when you are designing an application, our main concentration should be on the class file, because class file should be added inside the HTML page. So you should very confident, means you should very clear that there should not be any error in the Java program. Understood? Now come come to the HTML. This is the HTML part. Okay. Again, open. But after saving, after compiling this, you close this program. Now, come to the notepad. Open the notepad, write HTML program. Inside the HTML program, in the body section. In the body section, you add the applet program. Applet code you add, applet tag. Inside the applet tag only, will add the Java file. Okay. After adding that, you close the file. Save the file. This file, you save as .html. Okay. Till here, only the creation of applet and HTML file is over. Now, come to the execution of the Java file. Please note down these points, or else you take screenshot of this. Now, the last one is execution. See, for executing, here we need a browser. Okay, Java enabled browser. The browser which supports the Java program. So, the last step is executing applet. So, here you already have compiled the Java program. You no need to go for the execution of the Java program. Here you need to execute the HTML page. Okay, so you open a command prompt. Already you compiled the Java program in the same location. You write applet viewer. Applet viewer is a browser supported by the Java program. Means it supports all the Java programs. Okay, so it is a browser, it is Java enabled browser. Applet viewer. What is the file name? Java HTML file name example a.html. So here file will be executed. Your file will be displayed on the browser. Understood? So in order to execute an applet, we need a browser. So right now we are using a applet viewer browser. It is a browser which execute HTML files, and the HTML files where applets are included. That HTML file is executed by the applet viewer. Understood? So this is a process of what is creation and execution of applet. So with this, what is an applet? And next types of applets, creating an applet and executing an applet over. Now here I will write an example program, and I will explain each and every point of that program. Understood? So first I said here we need two files. So I will design the first file. Okay, I will design the first file now. See here. First you include the packages what are mandatory for Java program. Import java.awt. This package is compulsory. Okay, java.awt. Understood? Next, import java.applet. These two packages are very important in order to create a applet program. So here I am giving an asterisk, means we are including all the classes of this package. Next, after this, here you need to create a class, public class, example demo, extends applet class. Here lowercase is there, that is a package, and uppercase whatever is there, that is the class. Okay, understood? Always will write packages names in the lower cases and the classes name in the upper cases. Here extends applet means it is a class. It is an applet class. Applet class. Demo is extending applet class means whatever methods are there in the applet class that are used by the demo class. Understood? Now the next one is Here public void void paint. Paint is a method. Paint graphics G. Okay, it is a method. Understood? It is a paint. What is the name of the method here? It is a paint. Here next here this object is there now. G draw string. D-R-A-W draw string. Draw string is a method. Okay, draw string is capital, and here we give a string welcome 10,100 example. Okay, this is a simple applet program. Understood? Now here I will explain one line by line. Here first one is a AWT package, abstract window toolkit. This is a package, and these two packages are very important. We are taking some of the classes, some of the methods from these two packages. Understood? So that is why it is mandatory to include these two packages at the beginning of the program. So import statement, import java.awt means we are importing whatever classes and whatever methods are available in these two packages. Understood? AWT package and applet. So from AWT packages, here we are getting a graphics. Okay, graphics we are taking, and this drawstring method also we are taking from that package only. So that is why it is mandatory to include AWT packages. And when you are executing an applet, it needs some events. Means like it needs whenever applet want to interact with the user, it needs some graphical user interface, and that interface is provided by the AWT package. So that is the example: clicking on a button, pressing any button, entering a text field like this. Enter your name, here the user will enter. So this type of information, this type of tools are provided by the AWT package. So it is a mandatory to include AWT packages when you are creating an applet. Understood? The second one is applet. So actually we need a applet package because we are extending a applet class, because we need a paint method that we are getting from that is supported by the applet class. So we need most of the methods from an applet class. So it is a mandatory to extend the applet class, and this applet class we are getting from an applet package. So these two are the important packages you need to include in your applet program. Understood? The next one is, as you already said, in Java program, here in applet program, there is no main method. Okay, so instead of the main method, here what we are using is a paint method. Okay, so what is the use of the paint method actually? So this paint method, example, this is a browser. On the browser window, we need this much area to print something. Actually, this area is nothing but a Java program execution area. Okay, I think it is not visible. So this is a Java program. This is a browser window, and this is Java program. This much space I need to execute, and this space is paint. That much area we can draw by using a paint method. So if you want to execute Java program on the HTML page, we need some area, right? So that area you can draw by using paint method. So that is why it is very important. Understood? If there is a paint method, then only we'll get some area on the browser window. We can execute our Java program on the browser window. Okay. So public void paint, and here graphics object. Okay. So graphics means example. Whatever text you are printing on the browser window using HTML program or using a Java program. See, this is Java program. We are adding this program on the HTML page. So whatever information you are printing, executing from a Java program. That can be a text, that can be a graphics, and that can be a sum. That will inform by using a graphics. Okay, graphics class, and it is an object. So if graphics class is included, then only we can use the draw method of the graphics class. Graphics G, this is an object of this class. Understood? Say example, system dot out dot print. So here system is a graphics, out is a G, and println is a drawstring method. Understood? So like that, if you want to use the drawstring method, we need an object from a graphics. So G dot drawstring welcome. So what message you are printing on the browser window? Welcome. And how much area we are drawing? Example, this is a browser window. From left side, it is a 10. Left side. From the top, it is 100. So this much area you will get to print Java program output. So this is an applet. Understood? G drawstring is a method which draws the string. Okay, what string we are printing? Welcome. And what is the size of our applet? 10 from the left side and 100 from the top. Left, it is a 10. From the top, it is 100. So complete this is a browser window. And this is our Java program. It is an applet. Understood? Clear? So when you are executing your Java program on the browser window, you need to give a clear information about the area, how much area you want to use on the browser window. That you can give by using these two parameters. Understood? Now, with this only the Java program is over. Now, I'll explain you about HTML program. Now, after this, you execute the Java program, Java C, what is the name of the file? Demo.java. So if there is no error, demo class file is generated. So this class file is very, very important. So after this, you close this complete window. Next, HTML file. Now open the notepad. Write the following. HTML. All HTML document structure starts with the HTML tag. Next, head section. Here you can give the title of the page. Name of the page you can give TITLE title. Example, here I am giving a title as applet. You can give any title. And close the title. After this, close the head section. Later I will explain in detail about web pages. Now, after this, open the body tag. As already said, you should include applet tag inside the body section of the HTML page. So here the body section starts. So inside the body section, you write applet tag code. It is a mandatory attribute. Okay, as it is, you should write applet code equals to, what is the name of the file here? Demo. Okay, demo.class. So which Java program we are including on the browser window? Demo.class. And if you want, you can give height. Height equals to 100, width equals to 100. These are the sizes of the applet. So this is an applet opening tag. Inside the applet opening tag, you should give the code is an attribute which gives the information about which Java file you are including on the browser window. Next, which file you are including? Demo.class. Next, what is the height of the applet and what is the width of the applet. Next, you close the applet, close the body section, close the HTML. Okay, so this is about HTML and this is about Java. So whatever Java file we have created here, that we are including inside the HTML page in the body section by using the applet tag. Applet code equals to name of the Java file dot class, because here we are taking a dot class file only, not dot Java file. Dot class file means it is a already compiled program we are taking. Okay, next height equals to 100, width equals to 100. After that, close the applet, close the body, close the HTML. Now come to the execution. In the command prompt, like this, applet viewer. What is the name of our HTML file? Example a.html. Applet viewer a.html. You will get screen like this. Okay, and 10, 100. This area you will get, and in this area, what output you will get is what I have given there? Welcome. That's it. This is your output. This is a introduction to the applet. Understood? So applet, here we need two files. One is a Java file and the second one is a HTML file. First we will create the Java file, that is nothing but the applet. We'll compile that program. After compiling, that a class file is generated, no? Only that information I take. Now we'll open another notepad, write HTML program. Inside the HTML program, inside the body section, we'll include the applet tag. Applet code equals to, code is mandatory. It is called as an attribute which gives the information about an applet. Okay, next what is the height of the window and what is the width of the window will give, and close it. That's it. Okay. So next, if you want to execute this, again you go to the command prompt. There you give applet viewer space HTML file name .html. Just you press enter key, you will get a white screen. Okay. So this is about applet introduction. In the next class, I will explain new topic.